All right. I haven't posted a video in a while, but I'm pretty stoked. I like to walk the river gravel bars. There's a river near where we live. And I find a lot of just interesting looking rocks. Rarely do I find anything really exciting. I found some tools. I found one of the best end scrapers I've ever found. I found on the river. Then a friend of mine found a spearhead or a knife that looked very similar in color. The flint did. So I gave him the scraper. I said, and it was very close to where he had found it, that I had found the scraper. But I have walked upon a little killer, and I am so excited. And I actually picked it up already, so it's not in situ. I'm sorry. So you'll have to see it after I laid it back down. So, but anyway, it's pretty awesome. And I'm gonna pick it back up again. There you have it. A little Adena. It's got a little curve to it, but what a sweet thing to find, especially on the river. With all these big gravels in here, and the point, it's still fairly sharp. So it's amazing that it lasted, but I'm so thankful. Pretty awesome. Thanks for watching. All right, everybody. I just wanted to do a quick cleanup from my river walk. Here is that, what I called an Adena point. It's really small, so I don't know if it's really an Adena point. It's a stem. It's really well worked. And it's bounced around the river for a little bit. It's a little worn, but still fairly sharp on the tip, so. Pretty cool. And then I found a piece of slate. I've found all kinds of slate in the river. I found roofing slate. I've found different things, but this is thicker than roofing slate. I have a friend who used to be a contractor, used to do this. He said, I pulled lots of slate off. I've never seen anything that thick. Maybe it was for another purpose, but it's definitely been squared off. Could be a historical piece, I'm not sure. Looks very purposeful. And I've found pieces of gorgets. I have never found a whole gorget, and to you who have, you're very fortunate. It's pretty awesome. I've found broken banner stone. I've just never found any really whole slate pieces, no pendants. And this obviously isn't necessarily anything. I just wanted to throw it out there and get some opinions. There are no scratch marks, no abrasions that I can see, other than what the river has caused, which a lot of that can be completely washed away by the river. And then I had a most awesome experience. The other day we got hit with a terrific thunderstorm. I mean, it was rough, and we were done fishing. My son and I we decided to walk in the field adjacent to where we fish, and it hasn't been planted in 2 years now, and it's just overgrown with weeds, and it's really hard to get to. The river kind of keeps you from getting to it, and when the river is down and one of the local creeks is down, they're able to ford it and farm it. Otherwise, it just sits. And but we were getting ready to walk out, and I could just barely see any material in between the grass. And I looked down, and I thought, well, we're not going to find anything today. and you could see the storm coming right up behind us, and then all at once I reached down and I grabbed what I thought was just a big flake or a big chunk of flint, and it turned out to be this. And I'm quiet because I have found many, one of the fields that I walk, I have found many of the Kirk bases, and this is a Kirk stem, I'm pretty sure. Note the serrations, it's fairly thick, but they tend to be, and a lot of times they are beveled. This has never been resharpened that I can tell. If there is any beveling, I know that lighting's not very good. It's not real clear if there is, but it is a killer. And the flaking is just phenomenal, and it's a good sized piece for what I find. Ground on the sides of the base. In the bottom there's basal thinning in the middle, very typical of Kirk stem. We got chased out by the storm. Ended up sliding down a mud bank to try to get back to the car before we got completely drowned. It was pretty rough, but that was worth it. Pretty cool. One of the best finds of the year so far. And then I was on the Ohio River one day fishing, honestly. And I just was looking around at the rocks, and check this out. It's like faceted right here. It's just like ground down, ground. I mean, literally ground to what looks like a bit on the end. Trying to get a good picture so you can see this, and then it goes crazy. So, opinions, please. Could this have been a celt that washed in the river? Or do you think this is natural? Once again, no real clear defined wear marks or grinding marks. Don't even know what the material is. I know it's not hematite. It is heavy. But just... honestly, it looks like it was shaped. Except for this side. And it looks like maybe somebody started. I don't know. It's just kind of an odd way to go about business, because I've found Celt preforms before, and you know, some of them, especially the kind of the greenstone variety, are literally look like they've tried to nap them. They look like they're chipped on the ends. So, just an interesting thing. Please, if anybody has any comments, let me know. Looks like it has a bit to me, just not sharp. But if they had a working bit, why didn't they finish the other side? So, lots of questions. It's just interesting. Maybe it was used like that. I don't know. Or maybe it's nothing. Regardless, man, that sure looks like something. Just let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys.